Right, let's put in a sheet border and a sheet block to make this page very professional. Otherwise, it would just print out just now, and it would just look like this. And if it was just lying around on the floor somewhere, you wouldn't know which show it belonged to, what it was doing, what it was for. Just have this information on it. If we go to the tool sets at the bottom here, there's one that looks potentially like a little ruler, I guess. Not the best in the world. There's DIMS notes when I hover over it. If I click on that, it changes this tool set here. And the one I'm looking for is this rectangle here with a smaller rectangle in its bottom right corner, the title block border tool. If I click on this once, you'll see when I sort of move into my design layer with the cursor, this sort of ghost of sort of block appears, this border appears. That's kind of showing you what I want to do. Now I could click and it would create this thing, but what I want to do is actually create a style for it. So if I go up to settings just now, and that's the little banner and pencil item, icon, it's saying use style. Now you can create all of your own styles and everything for this. I tend to just use the preset ones, but if you're doing this a lot, if you write into it, you can create your own style. Again, the Show Vector website that we all have access to through RCS has loads of information on this, right down to the nitty-gritty. However, what we're going to do is just going to do something basic and simple. Where it says use style, if I click down now, it gives me this dialog box, and on the left-hand side, various title styles. And one of the best ones really is, if I go to Spotlight title blocks here, and I go to Simple, Spotlight Simple title block, and then hit Select, and hit OK there, you'll see that it's changed its format, and now it's got this box here. In order to place this, I'm going to click once, and very important, click once, because it's still in this border tool. And if I were to keep clicking, it's going to keep placing the same thing on it and on it and on it. You'll end up with multiple versions of these over the top of each other, and that's just done. So as soon as you clicked it once and you've seen it appear, press X, and X a couple of times, and there you have title block. Now this title block here, this is what this is called, got all the information in it. It's quite big, and also this border is quite big as well, and you might want to change all of those. If I click on this and select it, I can go in the object information palette just here. I can do title block border setting. If I click on that option, a little bit of time, and eventually another dialog box. And in here you can change all of the settings and all of the information that's in all of them. If I go to sheet border, which is the top one here, and what I'm going to want to do, I can't change anything at the moment because it's saying it's using this style. So I want to convert this to unstyled so I can change all the elements now that I've got the basics in. So if I click down this little box here, and I click unstyled, it keeps effectively what you've put there, but it opens all the options to change it so it doesn't block anything out. And I can change the margin. So this outside border, 13 millimeters, is quite big. I'm just going to change these all. Mil. Again, you don't need to do this. Depends. On an A3 bit paper, you want all your space. I'm just going to hit enter. And that has changed size. And that's now 5 millimeters all the way around. Looks quite professional. But at the moment, all of these blocks here, the title blocks, the information within this title block kind of hasn't got the right information in it. So again, if I go to title block manager, and there's your information palette over here, I'm going to take its sweet time. I can change like the project data on this. So where it says show name, is project name, just here. So in my Titleblock Manager, project data, project name. I'm going to call this. I'm going to start typing, but it's just say don't show this dialog box again. I'm going to go short, fine. I'm going to call this PAD Vectorworks exercise. And then to change things like the reference, the drawn by, the date is correct, but if it wasn't, these are all in sheet data. So if I click sheet data, you can see that I've got sheet title here. It's arch flat. Change all the sheet numbers. If it wasn't, the date wasn't correct, and it was today's date that you did it, you can hit today's date and that will change, or you can manually put it in. You can do drawn by and jazz. If you've got a long name that might go outside this border here, just put your initials, however you want to do it, or a nickname. If your scale was wrong, you can update scale, all that kind of thing. Reference is on the next page. So if you see next here, if I press next, giving me some more data. This reference I'm going to call arch flat. Give it capital. And I'm going to hit OK. And now that's all changed. Lovely. However, for me, this is still quite big. If you had more information on this or more views in this, on this sheet, this is really big. But you can change the scale of this within the border. So again, if I click, highlight it, in the title block border, the object information, under the title block here, it's got scale factors. Currently it's 1. If it was too small, I could change it to 2. So if I change it to 2 now, just for a laugh, it's huge. Don't want that. If I change it to 0.5, it'll be half the size it usually was, which is too small. I'm going to put it at 0.75. That's a nice size, I think, personally. Again, personal preference, depends what you've got in your sheet. So that now has all the information you need on it. The last promise, the last thing you want to do is you'll want to then effectively export this out, send this out of Vectorworks as a PDF so that you can either print it out or send a nice PDF file to all of your teams. So that's what we're going to do for the last and